Okay, so this is me of the future doing this because I clearly didn't think about this when I filmed it in the beginning, and I don't have an intro. So, all right, so now, what is this? Okay. Hi, hello, how are you? So, in this video, this is me doing a reading vlog for the book It Sounded Better in My Head, and that is by somebody. I don't know who that is by. That is so sad. Okay, let's try this one more time. Give me 1 second. Ooh. Okay. Hi and welcome to my channel. This is actually Editing Liz coming to you. This is a reading vlog on It Sounded Better in My Head by Nina Kenwood, and I received this as from NetGalley as an ARC for my honest opinion, and you're gonna watch me as I read it, you're gonna watch me reading and then discussing, and then at the end a review. All right. Okay, so here is my NetGalley, and then here's my shelf. And as you can see, these are the books that I need to read. It's a lot of books. I know. I was hella surprised when I got approved for so many of these books. And so yeah, I have all these books that I need to read so I can up my score, because having all these books and not giving feedback actually lowers your score. So yes, so today, for one of the books that I am going to read for my 24-hour reads is It Sounded Better in My Head, and X marks the spot, and if I have time, maybe The Wife Who Knew Too Much. So yes, those are some of the books that I plan on reading. I'm not even sure what half of these books are about. Well, I do and I don't at the same time. But yes, so okay, so yes, so that's what I am about to do right now. So let me find that book. It Sounded Better in, here it is, in my head. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I'm only a few pages in, but so far, how do you tell your child that you are breaking up on Christmas Day? Like, who waits to Christmas Day? So they knew about that they were going to break up in February, apparently, and so they knew they were going to break up in February. They were separated. They separated in February. And they waited all the way to December 25th to decide to let their daughter know that they are breaking up. So you wait to Christmas to tell your child that you are separating, or divorcing rather. Who does that? Who are these people? That's crazy to me. Okay, I'm back. So she's talking about how she went through puberty and it was nothing pretty. I mean, I guess, like, I can understand that because puberty it hits everyone differently. But the way she's describing it's like, dang, she went through some stuff because she's just, poor thing. And it's like, she's like, no, basically, she's like, ain't nobody warned her that puberty was going to be like this. But again, you know, puberty hits everyone differently. So you don't know what's going to happen because what happened to one person may not happen to the next person. Yeah, poor thing. Yeah. She was talking about how she was ashamed of her body because she had, she was ashamed of her body because she had stretch marks, and then she also had pimples, which, I mean, it happens, poor thing. And then she had heavy flow and she just had cramps for days. It just, like, I feel bad. Like, I feel really bad for her. I can't relate with but yeah. Oh. Anyway. Okay, hello. All right, it is now 3:26. So I've been reading for about, I've been reading for about 2 hours, 3 hours, give or take. Anyway, so I'm on chapter 5 and it's a pretty slow start to the book. So we're following our main character, Natalie, whose parents told her that they were getting a divorce on Christmas Day. They told her, and they knew for 10 months. And they waited because they wanted to make sure that being divorced was the best decision for them. So, and then on top of that, she just graduated from high school. So I think this takes place in Australia. So yeah, so it's interesting. So she's right now, okay, so she's kind of like socially awkward because like I said before, she had went through when puberty hit, it basically like devastated the hell out of her. She just felt like shit, and she felt like she was like the ugly girl. And I guess this is what the way it's described, you feel really bad for her because she had like really bad acne on her face, and she had like acne on her, like all over her back and on her shoulders. And it's like the kind that would just like the slightest touch would be like, oh shit, like, you know, and it'll just start it would just hurt, like her body just basically hurt. It just like revolted against her. And I don't know many people that's happened to, but I guess that happens. I don't know, but I can relate to having bad skin and not feeling confident in yourself, because especially many people feel that way, you know, after going through puberty. But yes, that part I can relate to, like not feeling comfortable in your own skin and not being confident in the way in which you look. Because I know when I was younger, it took me a minute to gain my confidence. But yeah, especially because I had eczema. Well, I still have eczema. So it took me a while to be comfortable with myself and my skin, because as you can see, like, I still have it. So I'm always careful about what I eat and what I drink and things like that. So because eczema is a bitch. It just, anyway, but that's neither here nor there. So she is now, I guess, trying to break out of her shell or whatever, and her brother's, not her brother, sorry, she's the only child. Her best friend's brother and his friend invited her to a college aged party, and she's never really went to parties because she was never confident in herself, and she always wanted to just hide in her room. She never really wanted to go out. She never wanted to be a part of the party life, or, you know, anything like that involved her going outside and being around people where they could see her and with her bad skin and, you know, whatever, because she had body issues. And so now she's a little bit more confident in herself, because her skin has cleared up a lot more than when she was 13 and 14, around that time. So she's now 18, and so her skin issues has cleared up a lot more, and she's a little bit more confident in herself, which is good. And so now she's at this party where she doesn't really know anyone except for her best friend's brother and his friend, because the friend is the one that invited her, which honestly I think is weird, because he's never talked to her really a day in her life. So I'm like, it's just weird. It's kind of weird, but I think I feel like by the end of this, she's gonna wind up hooking up with the best friend, her best friend's brother. But I don't know. So it's just something. It's just like he's the only one. So she's talking to him at this party because she doesn't really have anyone else to talk with. So by default, basically, he's her go-to person. So yeah, so now I'm about to dive back in until for at least another hour. And yeah, all right, so I will pop back in at about 4:30ish. So that's at least in another hour, because it's now 3:33. It's now 3:33, so about 4:30. Okay, so about 4:30 I will give another update. Okay, hello, I'm back. All right, so I made it to chapter 7. It's kind of dragging. It's really dragging. It's like it's interesting. It's okay, but it's just dragging. Like, it's not what I thought it would be. It's not like oh my gosh, I mean, it's like it's just meh. At the moment, it is like really meh, and I'm hoping it picks up and gets a lot better. It's a lot of talking in her head and less I mean, there is verbal talkage, but it's more inner talking or inner thought processes. So we're just mainly in Natalie's head and seeing things through her eyes or whatever. And it's just, I don't know. So she was at the party and they were doing a drinking game. So they started playing Never Have I Ever. I can't. Just, okay. So anyway, so they're playing Never Have I Ever. So then it was her turn. So then she goes, Never Have I Ever played Spin the Bottle. And I'm like, really? Spin the Bottle? Who hasn't really played Spin the Bottle? I mean, you played in junior high at the very least. Like, especially, you know, when it's, yeah, it's usually about junior high when before, you know, it's all like, hee hee hee, and ha ha ha, you know, when you really just start discovering boys and girls, basically. Like, so I'm like, okay, so they combined 7 Minutes of Heaven and Spin the Bottle. So yeah, so then she, the best friend's brother, Alex, he spins the bottle and he lands on her, and they just stand there looking at each other. It's just like, anything gonna happen? Like, nothing. So then he kisses her on the cheek, and it's just like, this is painful to even read about. It's just like, it's not even cute or romantic or anything like that. It's just like sad. It's just sad. It's just like, I need this to pick up, because I'm assuming that Alex is going to be the love interest in the story. So then the next day she was telling, well, she was trying not to tell her friends what happened at the party. She was definitely withholding information. But yeah, they were like grilling her, like, what happened at the party, da 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 da, because it's a trio. It's her, it's Natalie, her friend Lucy, and her friend Zach, who is now dating Lucy. So it was a trio, then it became a couple plus her. So basically she's like a third wheel to their friendship. But anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping it picks up and gets a whole lot better, but I'm getting kind of tired, and I just can't read too much more of it. So I'm going to, for now, because since I'm still at work, I can't go to sleep, which I wish I really wish I could do. So now I'm just gonna do some get some paperwork done, and I'm just gonna switch to an audiobook. I don't know which audiobook I'm gonna switch to, but oh, I do. I think I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and listen to Queenie on audio, because I had downloaded that like a while ago, like last year actually, before I bought the book, or after I bought the book, I don't remember. Anyway, so I think I'm just go ahead and switch to an audiobook and do some paperwork. And so that is where I'm at. And I said I wasn't going to do anything for this, is going to be part of my cover-a-thon, but whatever. Queenie is on my Covers of the Rainbow TBR list. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and knock that out for the rest of my shift, go home, take a shower, take a nap, and then get back up, and hopefully I can get through this book. It says I have about 5 hours left of this book to read. Fingers crossed that it gets better. So next time I talk to you, it will be much later on in the day. Alrighty. Okay, hello. So, updates. Alright, it is now 6:27. So, I still have some time in my 24-hour readathon, or 24-hour reads, basically. I feel terrible because when I got home from work, I took a shower and I was knocked out. So I have not read anything, but I did finish Queenie. Oh my gosh, that book. That she had some serious issues going on. So yeah, I just, okay, so Queenie is about this British woman. It's an adult fiction book, and it's about a black British woman, basically, who had so many life issues, and that stemmed from a rough upbringing, and she went through some things, and then she was she basically about her figuring out her life and getting herself together, because she was a hot mess. It's just like, I want to say so much about it, but I also don't want to give too much away. So yeah, but I'll probably give a better description of details in my review that I will do on it. But whew, okay, so as you can see, I am at home and I go back to work tonight anyway. So yeah, so I think I'm going to try to get some reading done before I go back to work. And then, yeah, so I'm going to continue with It Sounded Better in My Head. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that this book does actually pick up, because at the moment it's just still meh. It's just still like blah. But yeah. Okay, so let's do that, and then I'll probably do another update, but when I do the update, it'll probably be me at work. So yeah. Yeah, all right, I'm out. Hey, how you doing? It is Liz. Okay, so I know it's been a while, but I've been busy, so yeah, so this video, I am doing a 24-hour read. So yeah, pray for me. I've never done a 24-hour read, just reading for 24 hours, basically. I want to say it's a read along, but not really. So yeah. All right, so as I already mentioned, that I will be doing a 24-hour read. It is already 1 o'clock. Let me see, where's my phone? See, as you can see, it is 1 o'clock, well, 1:04. I was supposed to start at 12, but I was busy. I had to do some work, because I am at work currently as I am filming this. So yeah, so I had to finish with my job work, and now I can relax for a minute and do some reading and do this vlog. So I have so many books that I need to actually read. So I have my Owls books that I need to finish reading, and I have my Covers of the Rainbow books that I need to finish reading. I've only done 2 orange books so far, and I've completed 2 of my Owls. So I have 3 Covers of the Rainbows to go, because I do 5. So I have 3 more of those to do, and then I have 7 subjects, and I only did 2, so I got 5 more subjects I need to complete. So hopefully I can complete those soon. But that's not what I'm going to be doing today. Today I am going to be catching up on some of my NetGalley reads that I have. So I have my trusty Kindle, and I am going to be doing that because yeah, I have some reviews that I need to start making to get my percentage up, and I also have some other books too that needs to be read, but that's another story. So I'm gonna show you some of the books that I have on here. Hello. Okay, how are you? So, all right. All right. So, as you can tell, I am again at work. So, I guess eventually I'll get tired of doing my filming at work, but I figure whatever. I need to film whenever, wherever I can. So yes, all right. So I had finished It Sounded Better in My Head, and I don't, okay. It Sounded Better in My Head is by Nina Kenwood, and okay, so that book was, the idea sounded better in my head because I didn't like it was a very meh book. So it was just like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't really good either. So we have our main character who named Natalie. She's Australian, and like, so her parents, like I said, had mentioned before in the video, that her parents had separated, and they were going through a divorce, and they've known this for 10 months and decided to tell her Christmas Day that they were separating and divorcing. And then she goes to her best friends, so her 2 best friends, Lucy and Zach. They are dating, which is just like, okay. So then she goes to them, and they're, you know, comforting her, whatever. And then she runs into Zach's brother Zach's brother Alex and his best friend Owen. And so then she starts inner monologuing, saying how she likes Owen, but then then Owen invites her to a party, but then she's like, she doesn't really like Owen, which is confusing as hell. It's like, girl, do you like him or you don't like him? I didn't think she liked him to begin with anyway, because Owen seemed like a complete douchebag, and he was just like all in his own mind anyway, but whatever, that's a whole nother issue altogether. And then so then, as I had predicted, Alex is the love interest, but then it's like she has like 0 personality skills, because she had been, when she went through okay, so the way it's explained is like when she was younger, you know, pre-puberty, she was a pretty girl, and you know, she was very confident, but then she went through puberty, and puberty hit her hard like it does some people. It hits you hard, and she had bad acne, and she just was like really self-conscious, and she just really did not like herself. Basically, she had no confidence, and she's like, I've read all of these things, read all of these articles and magazines and things like that, and it's saying how that you should be confident in yourself, but she's like, it doesn't give you, there's no how to be confident in yourself guide that she can basically look to. There's no how to. It's just saying you need to. And you know, I guess it's really frustrating to her because she's like, I want to be confident in myself, but I don't know how, and no one is giving me a manual as to how I can be comfortable in my own skin. And okay, so like the whole time she keeps referring back to how she has these scars on her body because from when she had the really bad acne. She still has bad acne, but it's more manageable. It's not as bad as it was previously. Like, it had gotten better because of all the drugs and moisturizers and things like that she's used over the years to help improve her skin. And so now she has better skin. She's a little bit more confident in herself. But the whole time that she had the bad acne, she was hiding out in her house. So she was missing out on crucial social skills. So she has like zero social skills. She doesn't know how to interact with people, and it's kind of like, through the whole story, it's kind of like cringeworthy because it's like, you have no social skills. You don't know how to interact with people. Even with your two best friends, you really don't know how to interact with them. Like, you're not interacting with them properly. You keep people at a distance, and that's because she never wanted anyone to be close to her because of her she had very low self-confidence, and because of her skin issues. That's fine. And it's mentioned so a lot of the time. So she, in her mind, she doesn't feel like she is loved, or someone wants to love her. And in her mind, she's like, why does someone want to love me with my bad skin? And it's just like a repetitive thing, and it's just like, it was so annoying because it's like, girl, you're not even giving him a chance to even get to know you. And it's like, I struggled to get through to the end. It didn't really get too much better, but she eventually, I guess, got more confident in herself, and which was good. But the fact that you had to get to the end of the story to really get some confidence in yourself is kind of annoying. It's a letdown. I feel like this book has so much more potential to do so much better, but it just fell flat, and it just fell into the meh category, and it's just like, it's like, it's so bland. It was just like a struggle, and it's like I understand that she had some internal, you know, confidence issues. I can understand that. I can relate to that. And, you know, I can relate to having, you know, body issues and things like that. Like, I can see that. I can understand that. But I also don't want to read 200 and some odd pages of you complaining and whining and trying to figure out why this boy likes you, and then you interrogate him, and then it's like your social skills are crap because you hid away so often. The only people you interacted with your parents basically for a good 3 years of your life. So like you were in hiding, you were like in the damn witness protection program. Like it was just sad. It's just like, girl, I don't know what to do. You know, he's trying to like you. He's trying to get to know you. He's trying to do all the right things, but he also doesn't know what he wants out of his life either, because, you know, well, he does know, but he doesn't know how to achieve those things either, because he was the big brother. So, you know, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. So it's just like, okay, I need you to figure out what you want out of life and go for it. Like, you need to get out of your head and just live life, because it was just... So then I looked at some of the reviews, and it got glowing reviews, like 5 stars, 4 stars. And I'm like, really? Huh? Will we read the same book? Because I feel like, well, you know, everyone's opinion is different, but 5 stars is a little high. The highest I think I would give it is 3 stars, but my rating is a 2-star. So I think that was good. It was for what I got out of the book. It was, you know, because I didn't care about the characters. It didn't draw me in. It didn't, you know, I wasn't like a sponge and like, ooh, I gotta keep reading what's gonna happen. I kept waiting for something to happen, you know. That had me reading it, because I'm waiting for something to happen. I thought something was gonna happen, but no, it didn't. And it's just really sad, because I think it could have been really well done. I think it could have been more. It was nicely written. You know, I can't take away from that. It was nicely written. It just yeah, it was not for me. That's how I'll put it. It just really was not for me. So yeah. And so yeah, and then also she just finished high school, she just finished high school, and she was on her way to uni, and she was really excited about that and kind of nervous, but at the same time her life was a whole damn mess, because she didn't even know what she wanted to study going to uni. She wanted to be an arts major. To do what? But it was just like, her life was just like basically all up in the air. She just worked hard, because most people, they worked hard because they knew exactly what they wanted to do with their lives. They knew what path they wanted to go, especially applying for university. She just worked hard just because she just needed just to motivate herself, just because she could. And she had zero direction as to what she wanted to do with her life. So it's like, she was just a ball of a hot ass mess. It was just like, could have been a little better, but again, it's a mess story for me. 2 stars. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I just wanted to update on that. And let's see, the next thing I need to actually get to I need to get back to doing my owl reading. So the next book I am reading is The Lying Game by Ruth Ware, and that is for my Defense Against the Dark Arts. Oh, Reese Witherspoon gave a blurb. Oh, so I definitely gotta read this, because I love Reese Witherspoon. This is my girl. I don't know her, but I love her movies and her book club. I've read some of her books, but anyway. All right, so that takes care of that, and then I will come back and I will update about The Lying Game. And yeah, that's it. Peace.